This girl keeps texting my boyfriend. All day. And every day. My 24F boyfriend, 26M, recently won a prize within the sport he practices. Yay. But I'm not gonna say which because of privacy. Well, this prize is a big deal in his realm, and I am so very proud of him. The issue is that with that, follows some fans. Usually it's just younger people who has trained for a while, or look up to him for winning. They will message him on Instagram and other platforms giving their congratulations, asking for advice, or sending pictures that they have taken with him. This is also cute and wonderful, and I love that he is getting recognition for his work. There is this one girl, 21F, who I think is taking it a bit too far. They met at the Playouts after party, and at first she just texted him with a picture she took with him during the tournament. Now she is texting him all the time just to say good morning, or ask what he is doing. She will literally reply in 3 seconds if you text her back after hours. She will send even more texts with just random information about her day, and what she is up to when he leaves her on read/don't reply. She knows he has a girlfriend. He has even sent her pictures of us to try and shut her down when she asked what he was doing. She has been asking about advice for her own training, and trying to learn from him. That is all fine. But then she will text him about how she wants to go out and drink with friends. He tells her to go with friends from school and she will be like, no, I mean like real friends. My boyfriend got sick after the tournament, and texted some folks about it, her included, because a lot of people got sick after. She replied about how she hadn't gotten sick, she just has period pains. Totally out of context, like it's any of my boyfriend's business. She also texted him sometimes being like, I'm really mad or I got a bad day, and my boyfriend might ask her what's wrong, and she will play games being like, oh, you don't need to know everything. My boyfriend either don't reply, or says okay, and 1 to 2 hours later she is back again with some BS. Honestly, I just wish she could F off, and that my boyfriend would block her. But he says that since they are on the same big team, he can't just be rude to her, cause now he has extra pressure to be a role model because of this prize.
I kinda see what he means, and he has let me read all of their texts and don't hold secrets, but it is pissing me off. I don't know what to do about it, or if I can even do anything.
Or he could just start ignoring her, not responding unless it's sport/team related, and even then, only to important things. Eventually she'll give up. Unless she's a stalker, in which case he can up the ante and report her to the team management.
Why does he even reply? It takes two to make a conversation. Why is your boyfriend still entertaining the conversation is my question.
It works, so she keeps doing it. Anytime he responds, that means her behavior is successful, so it motivates her to do it more. Thus he's 100% responsible. Part of being looked up to is being mature and laying out boundaries. If he can't handle telling one girl that he wants to keep all their conversations about the sport and not personal life, then he's not a good role model. Role models make difficult decisions. But for the best you can be brutally honest and still be liked. If someone can't respect your wishes, boundaries, then they are not a real friend and they aren't someone you need to keep around. It's toxic and he needs to realize everyone can't be his friend. If the team has an issue, they need to be made aware her actions and then they should back off. Your BF can block her or set harder boundaries. He's just choosing not to. He can easily tell her, I have a girlfriend. And unless our conversations are pertaining to the sport, team, etc., there's no need for us to talk. She's going to keep reaching out if he keeps engaging with her. She obviously likes him. You're obviously jealous. He's allowing it. If he wants it to stop, he can certainly block the number. That's a hint. He doesn't have to be rude to set boundaries. He can still say, I think you are coming on too strong and I don't appreciate it. He can tell that girl through message not to text him anymore. So he is prioritizing her feelings over yours? Also, telling someone that their actions are too much and makes them uncomfortable isn't rude. He needs to set a clear boundary. Some people think they need to respond to every single text that they receive. They don't. And they shouldn't. He needs to stop trying to get a point across. He needs to cut her off. Or say, "I wish you well, but I can't keep up with all of this texting. It's taking away from my own training schedule. Thank you for your support." At this point, he shouldn't even be responding to questions about their sport. His expertise is valuable, and it's one thing to give someone the occasional tip. But if she wants regular feedback, he should mention what his coaching fees are. So if you're saying the younger fans reach out to him through social media, how did this girl get his phone number? You keep saying text, so I assume they exchanged phone numbers at some point. Which is where your BF should have drawn the line and said no. As for solution, if he's dead set on not blocking her, then he can mute her. I know the option exists on almost all major social medias and texting on iPhones as well. IDK anything about Android. Literally all he has to do is completely ignore her. Boom. Easiest solution to the problem. If he doesn't want to do that, then you have another problem and it's not her. Woman shrugging. Why does he reply at all? Seems like he isn't helping the situation by enabling her. They're on the same team, yes. But why does that stop him from saying, "Hey, I just want to keep this about the team in training. I'm not comfortable discussing certain things or hanging outside of those commitments. If you need something related to X sport, you can reach out, but please keep other contact to a minimum." Is he put off by her behavior, or is it just you? I see where he's coming from, as I'm similar in nature. I like to be nice, not let anybody down, and be a good role model. But he has to set boundaries. I had to learn how to set boundaries. He can't please everyone, and by wanting to, he risks damaging those who matter most, so he needs to stop replying to her entirely after he first establishes that boundary, so it's not like he cuts her off to be mean for the sake of being mean, but to put forward that this connection they both have is at the point where he's uncomfortable in, that it's best they don't speak anymore or keep it strictly professional. If she fusses or tries to escalate further, then do what you need to based on her behavior. Whether it be taking it to management or resort to police if you have to. We can't always be nice, and he needs to learn this. You can place a boundary without being mean. We can't always meet everyone's expectations. Hopefully he deals with this girl properly and that she respects the boundaries he put in place. If he doesn't deal with her and continues to allow this to happen, then you'll have to deal with him. Straight on. Here's to hoping he does the right thing and that things get better for you both soon. He needs to explain to her that he can only reply to texts regarding that one specific topic and that anything else will be ignored. And if she can't respect his boundaries, that he will eventually have to block her. Any person with a brain would understand and back off. He keeps replying, so she thinks it's okay. If he knows it makes you uncomfortable, it should make him uncomfortable too. It's not that hard for him to politely ask her to keep it professional. If he can't do that, then maybe he enjoys talking to her. Every time she sends him something, he should send back team, role model related messages. Something generic that barely fits what she's saying. "I've had a bad day, just remember. Don't skip leg day. I'm so mad, this is what I do dietary wise. Listed a meal plan. Quote, I'm so sad, keep working and you'll reach your goal. Stop blaming the girl. Put the blame on the right person, aka UBF. I understand he can't be rude to her. But why goes he keep replying to her? Spoiler alert. It's because he likes the female attention. The mute button exists. If he wanted to, He could just ignore her messages, and if she asks him in person he could say he gets too many messages and doesn't check them. The girl is not wrong for messaging him, in fact she's only messaging the guy in the first place because he reciprocates. How would you or your BF feel if the roles were reversed? If I were receiving this type of attention I'd be very uncomfortable with it because it's clearly flirting. He is encouraging it and it's not making him uncomfortable? He's not worried that you are uncomfortable with it? If you had some young man texting you might and day, how would BF feel? Women can be predatory too. Sounds like she has some real issues. Your BF should stop replying altogether. If a question of him being unapproachable comes up, he can say that he considers this to be a form of harassment. She is energy leech and attention seeker. I'd tell her to kick rocks.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.